Stan Laub was a fun-loving, great-spirited person who loved athletics and enjoyed life. Stan was very involved at Logan High School, where he participated in football as a player and manager. He also was in other school activities that included the school band. The Utah State Aggies named their indoor training facility after Stan, the Stan Laub Indoor Training Center. The project had originally been talked about when Chuck Bell, former USU athletic director, began discussions of the building. It was completed in 1998. Stan was very involved with Utah State athletics, where he was manager for the USU football team for 3 years prior to his passing in 1982. Dale Mildenberger, the former head trainer at Utah State, had a few memories and thoughts about Stan. Quoting Dale, "He was a great guy. He came to work and worked hard. He did the work he was expected to do and didn't expect anything special. He was really fun and had a great personality. He was very valuable in the overall operation of athletics at Utah State. We didn't have the help that programs have today, so good help was appreciated. Stan had a bright future, and it was cut way too short. Anything that was needed to be done was never beneath him, and people really enjoyed having him around. He was a fun-loving college student." End of quote from Dale Mildenberger. Stan's outgoing and fun way of life is something that should be embraced by each recipient of the scholarship. Through the Stan Laub Memorial Scholarship at Logan High School, Stan's legacy will continue to be remembered.
Actually, Stan followed steps that were made by his brothers. All his brothers went to Logan High, and of course he lives right in the Logan High School district area. But Stan was born in 1958, and as I remember him, probably first met him when he was around 6 or 8 years old, and so full of energy. That kid was just so energetic, wanted to do everything. So I got to meet him through his brother, Jim, who and I were in the same class and graduated from Logan High in 1968. So that was how I got to know Stan. And as Jim had invited me to his house many times, I got to meet Stan, and I don't have a little brother, and so Stan kind of filled in that void that he became like a little brother. So I was always helping him set up his toys and shooting rockets and getting kites out of the trees and that kind of stuff. So it was great being that way, and I really liked that feeling of having somebody that I could maybe kind of show things to or be an example to. And
What was his personality?
Stan was really carefree, really, like I say, really energetic, and just loved people. I don't think there's anybody in his class that didn't know who Stan was here at Logan High School. He was so involved in so many things, and was so kind to people. I think even before my time that Jim's family supported Logan High in one way or another, because they've always had a child that was here at high school. But I don't think they did that just because their child is, because they felt that it's part of their responsibility as a community to help out in those areas where they could, and they were able to, and so they were always involved in everything. And as you know, Cache Valley Electric or the Laub family has contributed a lot to this school, whether it be in financial or additions to to the buildings or electrical work or even uniforms and stuff like that. They've always been involved with Logan High that way. And and I think Jim continues that tradition. It's not an obligation. It's a love for Logan High and for its programs and the people that we met throughout the years here. Well, I never played football in my life when I came to Logan High School. So I only knew that I had to go after whoever had the ball. And that's all I was doing, is finding where the ball was and going after the ball, because I didn't know anything about football. We played rugby in the islands, and of course you play rugby, you don't wear pads and everything, so it was kind of nice having pads here. Although the first helmets we got here at Logan High School were the leather padded ones with no face guards, and but we had a great team. We weren't the biggest in the state, but it was a team that was bonded together, and to this day we still meet each other like we were here yesterday.